Hello, Star Wars Galaxy of Hero players. And to test shorter here, I'm going to be doing my last video. I'm going to try to make it, kind of shorter and sweet, hopefully. But I'm going to be talking about a few slight touch-ups I would do if I was in Capital Games' shoes to make Sith Triumvirate slightly better. I'm not saying make them completely broken, better than Darth Revan. No. Just make them slightly better so that they have a little bit more oomph to themselves. Just because I feel like, this is one of my favorite Sith. I have to say, I think it might be one of my favorite Sith teams overall. Like, don't get me wrong, I love Darth Revan, but he's also a Sith Empire team more than a Sith team. Whereas Palpatine, you can go both ways. Like, he has the turn meter potential. Sith Eternal Emperor is cool. I do like Darth Maul, but I've favored Darth Traya lead the most. Granted, I am a stickler for Darth Nihilus lead. So there's a lot to unpack. Now, granted, yes. So there's been some talk about, Capital Games doesn't really pay much. Well, they pay attention to the player base, but they don't take everything from the player base as ideas to implement into characters and character kits. But they do take, maybe little snippets and stuff. However, if I was in Capital Games' shoes, this is how I would, personally touch up some of these characters a little bit. So I'm going to start off with Darth Traya. Actually, first, before I would say, one of the things I would do is I would create Kreia. That's what I would really do. Make her, the damage, this part down here when they, gain health or gain buffs to lose offense and stuff like that. I'd throw that in the Kreia, one of the Kreia uniques. Keep that in mind. That'd be kind of a cool plug and play. To, if you need another character that can help counter bugs and Mon Mothma, especially if they add any more characters that like to do all these mass assists and stuff. Boom, Kreia. But side note, whoop, I almost dropped my phone as I'm recording. So, Traya, how I would fix her. So, the basic special, the Saber Storm and Deceptive Strike, nothing touching. Isolate. The few things I would do with Isolate. One, of course, right now at this time of recording, which is August 21st. It's like way late. But August, we have yet to be known what other characters are getting nerfed, thanks to, Capital Games that wants Galactic Legends to be literally the top of the top. Harder to counter with non-Galactic Legends. Thanks, CG. Took all the fun out of it. The fun police. But I don't know if this is going to be one of the things that's nerfed. So, I don't know how that's going to work. But if they are going to nerf it, I hope that they, at least in the raid boss selection, add Galactic Legends. Because Galactic Legends should be part of this, at least. So that you can, at least, if you're under with Sith Eternal Emperor, you can, crit damage up and health steal and, do some more damage against Galactic Legends. But aside from that, though, so one of the things I would do with Isolate is I would make it to where the Isolate character, if it dies, it can't be revived, except zombie in her case. Second, can't gain buffs, can't attack out of turn, gain positive effects. Or not this part, sorry. The next part is, one of the things I would do with the protection up is do one of two things. Make it bonus protection, so it can't be dispelled, or make it a locked buff. So, because it gets dispelled a lot of times so easily. And it'd be kind of nice to buff an ally, but keep them around a little longer. So that's really what I would do, is the protection up. 50% will either be bonus protection or a buff. I feel like maybe the buff would be better. Just lock the buff. So it'd be nice. It'd be nice to have, that aspect to Isolate. Now, leadership. Now, one of the things I've noticed with Sith Triumvirate is it couldn't hurt that they get a little more survivability. So I've always thought in the past, maybe two things I could do, I would do with the leadership is either, first off, I would add the Sith Triumvirate tag to the 3. Easily add it. So one, you can find them easier. But two, it's so that you can, maybe make it to where Sith allies have what it is now, but double for Sith Triumvirate allies. It'd be kind of cool because it keeps them close and centered to that option. And if if the team doesn't balance it right, then, or if it's too broken, maybe just Sith allies get 50%. But I'd also have it to where Sith allies, so the main thing I've actually kind of boiled down to is Sith allies have 50% critical avoidance and potency, and 30, and this would be a 4-stat ability. Everything else will stay the same. 30% health and protection. Is that going to really hurt? Is that going to break the game? I don't see it. Unless you run maybe Sith Eternal, but even then, that Sith Eternal is better under his own lead. At least if you're fighting other Galactic Legends. So let's look at 30% health. So that's 10% of the 56,000 is 5,600. So 5, 10, about 15, 16, roughly 16, maybe 17,000 with doing math. So that's 17,000 health. So that's what, 50, 60, about 70,000 health. That's not a lot more health than a lot of people would think. So it's not going to be that bad. I don't see it being that bad. I don't even see it breaking Sith Triumvirate. It just makes them, just bulkier. It bulkens them up a little bit. So 30% health protection, boom, done. Nothing too major there. And that is it with Sith. Oh, wait, no. Take it back. I would actually add a unique to this would actually be one that will go across the board. And that would be the Sith. It would be a Sith Triumvirate unique. And it would have, 1 to 8. It could be a Zeta or it could be, just an Omega. That part, I'd probably say Zeta just to make it, more interesting. So before Zeta, Traya has, or this character has, whatever, each of the characters have this, 5% max health, health, protection, offense, defense, tenacity, potency. 6 stats. So it'd be 5% before Zeta, 10% with the Zeta, but it's 10%. It'll get to the point where it's 10% of each of those stats for each Sith Triumvirate Sith Triumvirate ally. So you basically be getting 30% of all those stats. So it just bulkens them up a little bit more, and it only keeps them within their little mini faction that they have. It's not. I don't see it break. I just really don't see it breaking them. I just see it making them a little survive a little bit more and make. So, it'll really counter bugs. I can see it countering bugs better. So, players actually have a good option to counter those bugs. And so, that's why I'm saying do it. But if you keep them to where they're by themselves, like Treya's a plug-and-play, say, under Darth Vader, and there's no Scion or Nihilus, because you have Malak, Watt, stuff like that, to counter some other random team, not Galactic Legend now, she's only going to get 10%. So, it's not going to do a lot. It's just going to make her a little more durable outside of her leadership. So, and that's what I would add for all of them. Now, Nihilus, his kit's really solid. Aside from adding that Sith Triumvirate unique, I would update this leadership. Sith allies have 75% offense, defense, and 150% health steal. Sith allies lose protection, blah, blah, blah. Sith allies are immune to healing effects. I would actually take that part out. Sith allies can't be critically hit, not critically. Sith allies can't score critical hits and are immune to health-based damage effects. So it kind of prevents that. In addition, Sith allies have 15% max protection. Or maybe 5% max protection for each Sith ally. So they get a little bulkier in a team of 5 versus a team of 3. And there you go. It doesn't hurt to have a little bit more stats in here. Bulk them up a little bit. But also, make it so that, say, Malak doesn't just, let me just start whoop, whoop, whoop. One-shotting you every time. And plus, if you wanted to do the 1v1 with Malak versus Nihilus would actually win this instead of lose it. So yeah, that is Darth Nihilus. Scion, the few things I would do with him. Let's see. It's all in his unique. Darth Scion has 50% tenacity, defense, and offense. And it's doubled against enemies with pain. So it kind of plays with the pain thing, but he also gets some more stats outside of the pain. So he's a little bit better as a tank. Because we all know Malak is a heck of a lot better tank than Lord Lord Payne, Darth Scion. In addition, one of the things I would add to his kit is have it to where he can ignore taunt effects to target any enemy. Not stealth effects. He can still stealth while having Pain. But to target any enemy, or he could actually before I go back, but you can target any enemy with Pain. You can target any enemy with Pain with Darth Scion. So why not? Yeah. I said that'd be kind of a cool aspect to him. It's not gonna hurt him any. It's not gonna break him. It's just gonna make him, now I can inflict pain. He's gonna, be able to reapply pain and stuff like that, break will, do some more damage. So yeah, that's what I would do with Darth Scion. Nothing too major. A little bit more touch-uppy with Darth Traya, but yeah, that's what I would do with the Sith Triumvirate, just to make them get a little more oomph into their kits, just to make them survive more, because they are a control team. Or, Sith Empire, they're kind of control, but they have a control aspect with fear, but they still do massive amounts of damage. Where Sith Triumvirate, they're more about trying to survive to allow Nihilus to just drop characters. And if they do enough damage to like one of the Sith Triumvirate allies, Traya drops one here and there. But that's just, that's the way I see Sith Triumvirate. Just make them a little better, offense-wise, defense-wise, and then you're set. You're set. I'm not making them to where, they ignore turn meter effects and stuff like that. No. I'm just trying to shore them up in a way, especially Darth Nihilus' lead. But yeah, that's my thoughts on Sith Triumvirate. What would you guys do? Put them in the comments below. What would you do with the Sith Triumvirate if you had control over reworking them? Let me know, and thank you for watching. Really appreciate all those that watch the videos I make, and you guys have a phenomenal day.